Hey everybody, welcome to the AYS podcast. I'm your favorite host, Robbie, and I've got a very special guest today named Joss. I will let Joss introduce themselves. So Joss, what exactly is a mod?
Okay. Um, so what is a mod? A mod is someone who basically just moderates the chat. Although there's a lot more responsibilities to moderators, and depending on like which type you are, you might have different types of responsibility. But for the most part, like the power that you have as whatever kind of moderator you are, that is your responsibility. And then you also have to moderate the chat, make sure no one is breaking any rules. And then for AYS specifically, we have to handle any mod mails that come in and also do a lot of ad deletions. And the things that you have to follow to be a good moderator is to make sure you stay on top of things, be professional, and fill any other requirements that the server might have that you need to stay for you to stay as a moderator and in the team. So for types of promotion, at least for AYS, you start as a helper, which is basically like a trial mod. And then when you do well after a few weeks, you get promoted to a junior mod. And then, same thing. Eventually, you can be a senior mod. This obviously varies in a lot of different servers, but typically how it goes.
Hey everybody, thank you for listening so far into this episode. We would just like to remind you that we do have a shop on shop.ays.gg that has plenty of merchandise for you to pick from. The socks are really comfortable and the sweatshirt is amazing. If merch isn't your type of thing, you can even buy a mod mail bot for your server or even a special servers post. It is worth checking out our premium services section in the main server as well, where you can purchase a DGE package, special servers posts, you can see booster perks and more there. On with the episode. So, a lot of times, us mods get questions like, is it hard being a moderator? The short answer is no, it's not hard to be a moderator. All you have to do is follow your tasks. If your server has good administration, getting your tasks done on time, efficiently, and knowing what your tasks are in the first place should be no problem. In AYS, we do have very specific tasks so our moderators know exactly what to do and when to get it done. The daily routine for a moderator kind of varies. It depends on your server. But what I see in a lot of servers, especially advertising servers, is your moderators will do 10 to 15 ad deletions a day and kind of hang out in the chat for an hour or so. What we suggest is exactly that. Get 10 to 15 ad deletions done in one day. And if you're a community server mod, don't do that because you don't have an advertising channel to advertise in. A lot of the times we get the question of, is it hard being a moderator? The short answer is no. As long as you get your stuff done in a timely and efficient manner, you should be okay. You won't get yelled at unless you do something wrong. If you don't do your jobs correctly, that's where it begins to. A moderator's daily routine varies from server to server, but in AYS we typically advise our moderators to spend just a little bit of time per day in the general chat just to keep the server somewhat alive. And we do expect quite a few ad deletions per week. Now, we do suggest if you're setting up a staff system for your server that you do tasks on a weekly basis because everybody's time is different and they don't always have time for Discord. Work time is best. Breaking up your work into sections is best. You don't want to overwork yourself on one task. We do have an amazing episode out. Go check that out on podcast.ays.gg for more information on that. So, Joss, do you have any experience with hiring staff?
I mean, yes and no. Like I have, at least in my own server, I have my own system, but it's not as, I guess, intricate or strict as AYS might be. But yes, I do.
So, how do you get a good or efficient staff team for your server?
Um, I usually recommend that you hire people that are already in your server because they had a reason to join your server. And so, like, you really want to find people that have a passion for it. Um, if you really have to hire someone from outside your server, like from AYS, that's also fine. You just have to make sure that, they will do their job and not like just be lazy.